everybody. Hello if you're watching this at school. Big wave to you. Hope you're waving back. Hello if you're watching this at home. Big wave to you as well. Hope you're waving back. Now, Billy is my co-presenter. And if you watched the last assembly that we did for you, Billy was not on super duper top form. In fact, he was pretty sleepy and looking a little bit dopey. So much so that apparently Theo in year 1 said to Miss Collins, is Billy actually real or is he like some sort of stuffed dog? A bit like this one here, all right? So just to prove to you that Billy is actually real, what we thought we would do is we're going to go to the garden and do some tricks for you, okay? So here we go. Sit. You ready for your tricks? And dance, dance. Dance, dance. Yay! Lie down. Roll over. Yay! And back round here. Back round here. Back round here. Come here. Sit. And high 10. Yay! That's just a few of his tricks. Brilliant. Great. Well, I hope you enjoyed Billy's trick show. I think he did a pretty good job, all right? And I was wondering if you're a little bit like Billy, because you see, Billy loves to be close to people. He loves a hug. He loves lying really close to me. He likes being in the same room as me. And if we go out, he's a bit sad if he gets left because he loves being close to us. And when we come in, he does the most incredible howling. Oh, like that. And his tail goes tick-tock-tock, tick-tock-tick-tock, because he's so excited about us coming home, all right? He loves to be close. And he misses us when we're not close. And actually, I miss him. And, you know, this time we've been in, this lockdown time, I think we've missed lots of people being close to sort of different people, haven't we? And I wonder in your head if you can think of some of those people now. Those people that you really miss being close to. Maybe you've been able to wave at them through their windows, or you've sort of seen them around and about, but you haven't been able to be close to them. And you've missed that. So I thought you could take a bit of paper and write down, just have a think and write down maybe the top 5 or top 10 people that you have missed being close to and miss seeing. So, like we've done before, press, pause, get your pause, Billy, press pause on the video and write down some of those people, top 5 or top 10 people that you have missed being close to. Okay, go for it. Great, welcome back. Well, Billy and I, we've done our list. So he's done number 1. Don't know whether you can see that. It says Brock and Bo. Brock and Bo are his best friends. Brock and Bo, Brock and Bo. Yeah, you love Brock and Bo, don't you? And they're his best friends and he hasn't been able to see them. And so he's a bit sad about that. I'm sad that I haven't been able to see my dad much because he lives in a different house and that's been a bit sad, not being able to see him. Then I've got Lexi, number 3. I've missed seeing her. She's my goddaughter. And I've missed seeing her sisters. And I've missed seeing Sam. He's my godson. And I've missed seeing his brothers as well. And I've also missed seeing James and Emily and their family. Really miss seeing them. And we have a lot of fun when we're with them. So we've missed being near them, haven't we, Billy, and being close to them. So hopefully you've had a chance to share with someone in your room, like at home, or in your classroom, those people that you have missed being close to. Now, there's a story in the Bible that's about people missing being close to Jesus. And this story is about these disciples. Now, disciples are people who started to follow Jesus and love Jesus and love being with him. And they'd got to know him really well over 3 years. And they'd done loads and loads of wonderful stuff with him. And they just hung out with him the whole time. Absolutely loved it and loved being with him. And you see, it came to a time when, sadly, Jesus died. And he did the thing that he said he'd come to do, to rescue us, and he died. And they were sad then. They were like, oh my goodness, we can't see him. Amazingly, Christians believe that 3 days later, he rose again. And for the next 40 days, he appeared to them. And it was like 1 or 2 of them, or another 2 there, or 5 of them there, or 10 of them there. And he appeared. And they loved it and they weren't sad anymore. And they were like, wow. And during all that time, he kept saying, do you know what? I am going again soon. And this time I'm going up to heaven. And when I go, I'm going to actually send you a helper. I'm going to send you someone who'll be with you all the time. And they were sort of thinking, I don't really know what that means or what that looks like. And then finally the day came when it was the last day that Jesus was actually going to be with them so that they could touch him and be with him physically, like I'm with Billy now. And it was a day when they walked up to this sort of hill, and Jesus said, it's time for me to go. But Jesus wasn't sad, because he said, do you know what? I'm going to send you a gift. I'm going to send you this helper. And I want you to go back to Jerusalem, and I want you to stay there. And this helper, this gift is coming. They were like, wow, amazing. And they watched as Jesus rose into heaven. And he went up to be with his Father in heaven. And the story goes, this story that's in the Bible that Christians love, it goes like this, that then the disciples, they then went back to Jerusalem. I'll show you a picture in the Bible. Here it is. They went back to Jerusalem and they were feeling a bit sad. You can see that it's all a bit dark in this picture here. And they went back to Jerusalem and they were sad that Jesus wasn't with them and wasn't close to them anymore. A bit like we're sad in lockdown at times. And they locked themselves in a room and they were a bit scared that maybe the people who didn't like Jesus were going to come and get them. And so they stayed in this room and they waited, just like Jesus said. And they were thinking, shall we be excited? Is this gift coming? Is what he has promised, this gift, going to come or not? And they waited there for 10 days. And they were sad and excited and a bit sort of thinking, is this ever going to happen? And then, after 10 days, something amazing happened. Let me read what happened to you. It says, suddenly a strong wind filled the little room they'd locked themselves in, whistling through the walls, rustling the straw on the floor, and there on everyone's heads, hopefully you can see it, shining in the gloom were flickering flames, fire that didn't hurt and didn't burn, and something more. Inside their hearts, they felt a strange heat, almost as if all the coldness and hardness were melting away, as if their broken hearts were melting and God was giving them brand new hearts, hearts that would work properly again. Wow. How it happened, they didn't know, but they knew God's power had struck their hearts ablaze, and Jesus himself was coming to live inside them. They had seen Jesus go away, but now he was closer than he had ever been. He was inside their hearts. And this time, nothing could ever separate them. Jesus would always be there, with them and loving them. Wow! What an incredible story. And it goes on to say that they were so excited that they got out of that locked room, a bit like hopefully when things get a bit easier in lockdown and we're able to see lots of people. And look, they ran out and they were so happy. They threw open the shutters and the light came flooding in, and they went and they told everyone they found and they came across all about Jesus. Lots of people started to believe in Jesus, and they also felt like Jesus came to live in their hearts and to be close with them. Now that story is a story that we will be celebrating as Christians all around the world on the 31st of May, Sunday the 31st of May, and it's called Pentecost. And it's a wow story because Christians believe that it's a story for Christians all around the world now, a story for all of us, that actually God hasn't just left us, but that he's given us his Spirit to live inside us, to live with us, so that we can know that Jesus, like Billy's close, like Jesus is really close to us and God is really close to us. So for Christians, that story is incredible. It's a story of how he gives us his Holy Spirit, and that he wants to do that even now for us today, for us to know that he is close and he is with us by his Spirit. So it's a pretty wow story for us. So that's Pentecost, something that I'll be celebrating as a Christian on the 31st of May, and loads of people all around the world will be celebrating that story. Now, I just thought, after that story and thinking about people we miss and hopes that we've got for seeing those people again and being close, I thought we could just be quiet for 2 minutes. I'm going to get some music to play, and I want you to think about 3 things, all right? Maybe in your head you just want to be thankful for the people that you've been able to be close to during our funny old time that we've been in the last few weeks. So I'm thankful for Billy, for all the hugs I've had. And maybe you're thankful for people, some of the people you live with, thankful that you've been able to be close to them. So maybe think about those. And then also, maybe you could think about God and this story about how God wants to be close to us. And if you want to, you could say a prayer to God. You could say, God, I'd love to know that you're close and that you're with me and that you're here now. So maybe you want to think of that and pray about that. Or maybe you want to, where's my list, think about one person off your list. Maybe you want to think, how could I cheer them up and let them know that even though I can't be with them close, that I am still wanting to be close. Maybe you could think about them and what you could do to cheer them up. All right, good. So we're just going to have some quiet to think about those things. Hopefully they'll come up on the screen as well. Brilliant. So hopefully you've just enjoyed that bit of calm. Hopefully you've thought about those people on your list, maybe one of them, and thought of something you could do. Maybe you could send them a card to cheer them up, or phone them up, or do a little video call and let them know that you are still close, okay? Now, it has been lovely to be with you, and we hope to see you again on one of these assemblies, and take care. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. See you. Bye from me. Bye from Billy. See you soon. Bye-bye.